Hello there, this is Shawn 1113. Thanks for viewing this video. This is Shawn Steele's NFL Picks Week 2, 2014-2015. And as a reminder, please comment, like, dislike, and subscribe. And if you're going on Twitter, it is the sixth down at Shawn Lassiter 2. So you want to go there? I'm going to upload that and on Facebook as well after this video. I will comment on the Ray Rice situation just after I do these picks. So it's going to be a pretty long video concerning everything. And it'll be ironic the first game Thursday night. The night is going to be involving Baltimore as well. But last week I was 10-6 record, and that was a pretty good start to it. So let's keep going with that. Let's hit the picks right now. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I'm going to certainly take Pittsburgh in that one. They always play low-scoring football games, but at the end, I'm going to root for Pittsburgh in this one. Miami and Buffalo. Way to go, my Dolphins, way to go. Buffalo is better than you think. Better than you think when everything clicks together. Especially their defense. And especially E.J. Manuel when he doesn't make mistakes, when he manages the game and doesn't make mistakes. And Ryan Tannehill managed the game. And no Sean Murray came from nowhere. So if the running game keeps going, he will put the pressure on Tannehill. It's going to be tough playing Buffalo, always for Miami. But I'm going to pick Miami to beat Buffalo in that one. This one. Jacksonville Jaguars, Washington Redskins. Ooh, I don't know. It's a game. If you're a diehard fan, you probably watch. But I'm very reluctant to pick Washington. But I'm gonna pick Washington over Jacksonville. I was just disappointed in the pick. I didn't know Houston's defense was that good, and Ryan Fitzpatrick managed the game well. And Washington's got to clean up your special teams up, and not making too many stupid mistakes. And their line has to be better for Washington. But I'm going to pick Washington over Jacksonville. Jacksonville is getting better, but I'm still going to pick Washington. Dallas and Tennessee. Tony Romo, ooh, that was bad. Tennessee was much better than anybody thinks. I'm going to pick the upset of the week. I'm going to pick Tennessee. Dallas got to have Tony Romo can. If Dallas is going to win, though, Tony Romo can't make stupid mistakes like that to the opposition. But I'm still going to pick Tennessee. If Jake Locker still has a good game, manages the game, and he manages that, they're going to win. But I'm going to pick Tennessee. Arizona and the New York Giants. Well, another matchup that Arizona barely beat San Diego. And I'm going to pick Arizona on a whim. I don't trust Eli too much these days. So, I don't know. It's one of those games you can go either way. But I'm going to pick Arizona by the slightest of margins. But Giant fan, you know damn well, if Eli makes mistakes, they're going to lose in that one. But I'm going to pick Arizona to beat the Giants. New England and Minnesota. I'm going to pick New England. Minnesota played better than you thought, or was it aberration in a depleted St. Louis team? We'll find out this week. But I'm going to pick New England to beat Minnesota. New Orleans and Cleveland It's not a gimme for New Orleans. Orleans, the way Cleveland came back to almost beat Pittsburgh. But I'm gonna pick New Orleans, even though they're not in a dome, and and the weather might be very different in Cleveland. But I'm still don't trust Cleveland as much yet. But I'm gonna pick New Orleans in that one. Atlanta and Cincinnati. One of the best matchups of the week is this one. Atlanta and Cincinnati. We, I mean, a ton of points. I mean, you got to get the offense much better at Cincinnati. I'm gonna pick Cincinnati, but they gotta get their offense to pick up. They really do, because Atlanta can score a bunch of points. It's proven they score a bunch of points and make no mistakes. 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 I don't like their defense. It's the only reason I'm gonna pick Cincinnati. I trust their defense. I trust Cincinnati's defense a little bit better. But they get, you know. But I'm gonna pick Cincinnati at home. Detroit and Carolina. I like Carolina's defense to give Matthew Stafford a hard time. I'm gonna pick Detroit because I don't know if Cam Newton's coming back. Will he be that as effective? It's an unknown factor to me on that in that game. But I'm gonna pick Detroit, and let's see what happens. It's a hard. That game is gonna be hard to pick anyway. If Carolina wins, it's going to be on their defense. Just like Tampa Bay last week. But Tampa Bay, McCown just made some real bad plays. I mean, and Carolina just took advantage of it. But I'm going to pick Detroit even if Carolina won. Wouldn't shock me Carolina won, no. But I'm going to pick Detroit. St. Louis and Tampa Bay. Unless you're a diehard, it's one of the worst matchups of the week. Because I don't trust either of them. I really do. But if I have to pick a winner, I'm going to pick Tampa Bay over St. Louis. It's going to come down really for the defense in that one. But I'm going to pick Tampa Bay nevertheless at home. Seattle and San Diego. Seattle was so impressive. Unbelievably impressive. I mean, if there is a team that has the possibility to repeat, it's the Seattle Seahawks. Actually go to the Super Bowl and repeat as Super Bowl champions. San Diego, I trust them a little less. If they don't make mistakes, but I like Seattle in this one, even if in San Diego. Houston and Oakland, after last week, Derek Carr is going to get better as quarterback as time goes on. I think they made the right decision with Carr. As quarterback, it's going to take a while for him to get everything used to. It's only one game. Houston, as long as Fitzpatrick manages it, I know they lost Clowney, but that defense is good, more than good enough to hang on its own. But I'm going to pick Houston in that game over Oakland. The Jets and Green Bay. I mean, have you ever noticed we're talking about more defense than offense in a way? In a way, even though it's a passing league. Have you ever noticed, even in week one, the defenses have been stacked up quite well and more balanced? You ever noticed that? Comment if you haven't seen it yet. Even in the passing such as the NFL. I'm going to pick Green Bay at home. And of course they did not do their best thing, but they're going to fire up. But they're at home, and I'm going to pick Green Bay in that one without question. Kansas City and Denver. How bad it was Kansas City over Tennessee. I mean, the Chiefs, that was bad. That was bad in a lot of ways. And then you're going to go to Denver with that offense. Uh-uh. And by the way, you're not going to stop Julius Thomas. The way he played against Indianapolis, you're not going to stop Julius Thomas. That's the unknown factor of that team. Even with Demetrius Thomas, either with Emmanuel Sanders and all that. Peyton Manning throwing the ball all over the place. So I trust their defense and their offense as opposed to Kansas City. And I'm going to pick Denver in that one. That's a pretty easy pick, to be honest with you. Chicago and San Francisco, I'm going to pick San Francisco. But if Chicago wants to be in this game and make it pretty close, got news for you. San Francisco over Chicago. And if Cutler makes too many mistakes again, just like Romo did, I guarantee you Sam will win that game. In order for Chicago to be in that game, the mistakes got to be cut down. But I'm going to pick San Francisco on Sunday night. And then the most intriguing game of the week, Philadelphia and Indianapolis. I'm going to pick Indy at home, especially as Philadelphia makes that slow start. Philadelphia can't afford to have a slow start. But my pick is going to be Indianapolis. And especially the way Andrew Luck, came back. It's going to be on his arm. They're going to win that game. And I'm going to pick Indy at home. I really will. So those are the games that you can pick. Like I said, as a reminder, agree, disagree, subscribe, comment, and thank you for watching in advance. Shawn Steele's NFL Picks, Week 2, 2014-15. Now to the Ray Rice situation. Everybody's been commenting on it. I will put my 2 cents here. We understand that you do not hit from the videotape. We understand that you do not hit a woman, and women should not hit a guy. And I mean, I think it's plain as day on that one. Put that aside for a moment. Look what made this worse than it already was the way the Baltimore Ravens handled it and the NFL handled it. I mean, that's what made it worse. Now, if it was some kind of scandal cover up, I guarantee you Roger Goodell will have to go. If there was ever found out there was a cover up, trust me, Roger Goodell will leave at that point. I think the Ravens did a worse job than the NFL, if all possible, the way they responded. Yay, you finally terminated the contract. Here's the funny part. Why didn't you say a damn word? Why did you didn't say a damn word when it came 2 games? Why didn't you do it after the NFL suspending him for 2 measly games? My goodness. Why didn't you act then on your own behalf and say, we're suspending Ray Rice indefinitely for it, or term his contract at that point? The Baltimore Ravens organization, the way they handle it, they might well be the damn Keystone Cops. That's all I can think about that. And the NFL did not do a good job of. If you remember the Ben Roethlisberger thing about the allegations of rape, which was never proven, they were quick to judge Ben Roethlisberger. Think about that. But the tape is the tape. At this point, it's not even a football story. It's not even a sports story. It's a transcendent story. And for those, I mean, nobody's going to condone what she got knocked out, or if a woman went to a, there was a famous female athlete, and they went to the elevator, and she knocked him out, and all this coming on, and she knocked him out, and the people who support Ray Rice wouldn't say a damn word. You trolls wouldn't say a damn word about it. You would say something about getting a woman knocked out, but if a man gets knocked out, you'll laugh your ass off. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, it's a situation. It's a mess. It's a complete mess. But it goes beyond. It goes beyond that. So it just scratches my head that how did TMZ get the footage and you don't even ask to see it when you had the opportunity, all that time, the opportunity. NFL and the Baltimore Ravens organization. But if you had all them, I mean, the way Jay-Z handled it was a hell of a lot better than Ray Rice ever did. You can better believe that because Jay-Z realized at that point, being attacked, it was going to cost them a whole lot more. Ray Rice, your career, in my opinion, is over. Even if you got reinstated in the NFL, what NFL team wants that stigma over his head? It's like Michael Vick with the dogfighting stuff. He spent his time in jail, but who wants that stigma? The Eagles took a chance when he got reinstated, took that stigma, and everything in life went on. You know, it's funny. You know what's funny? It's funny in professional sports. They like to be the cowboy in the law, but it's a little bit sketchy. Sketchy of what it is and what's not, and what can be acceptable. Maybe all sports leagues can have that. I don't know. I don't know. It's beyond my understanding, to be honest with you. But that's my take on the Ray Rice situation, wherever you want to take it. And uh, it's going to continue. I mean, the Ray McDonald situation. Let's see how that fits. It's going to be very interesting, very revealing how the NFL and San Francisco 49ers handle the Ray McDonald situation. Now they can implement this new policy of domestic violence. Let's see how this gets handled, and then we'll find out. Find out if it sticks to it. And I mean, and we're seeing, actually, the Ray McDonald situation. We'll find. It's going to be interesting to see, like I said, how the 49ers handle it and how the NFL handles it. This is a test case, you know, and we'll find out as time goes on. But how would you not know the tape? You know, I mean, Ray Rice screwed himself, to be honest. The day he knocked out his then fiance, his career was already over before the season began. And you know, what more can I say? Thanks for watching.